So I would say very good morning to all who are in the live and also in the live chat. Good morning to Harika, good morning to Malvika Sajivan, Gauri Naidu, D. Suvarna, David Kumar. A warm welcome to you all. And there was a little technical problem, so I apologize to everyone. And Harika has said that why don't you go ahead with editorial page? Yes, definitely. Would AKS IAS Academy also would take up the editorial page analysis, so I would also be part of it, but within no time. So now we'll get into the topic, that is the daily news analysis, and here the government is very much focused in regards to the economic stimulus, and we have seen that the government has come up with the 20 lakh crore of economic stimulus, and again we have seen another. After a couple of months there was a mini stimulus package, and now again the government has come up with rolling out 1.19 lakh crore of economic stimulus package. It is a fresh set of relief and stimulus measures which has been announced by the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, so that the economy would be boosting, and definitely this 1.19 lakh crore of economic relief and stimulus package is a measure to boost the re-employment chances of formal sector. So it is very important that the formal sector has lost many of the jobs were lost from the formal sector. So this would boost, the economic stimulus package would boost the re-employment chances of the employees who have lost the jobs during the COVID-19 pandemic situation. So the first one is re-employment chances of the formal sectors, and definitely the part of the relief and stimulus measure, the government, that is the finance minister, has looked at the issues in regards to the farmers. So certainly the farmers, here the government has focused on the farmers and pertaining to the subsidies to the fertilizers of the to the farmers. So definitely the government has now included in the stimulus package for the fertilizer subsidies of 65,000 crores. So here the second one, the measure which the stimulus package would be helpful. The first one is to boost the re-employment chances. Second one is in regards to the fertilizer subsidies, and the third one is also the measures would be included for the production linked incentive scheme, which have been repeatedly talking about this in the past couple of weeks also, and also yesterday I did discuss about the PLI which has been extended to the 10 sectors. So the economic stimulus package of 1.19 crore of rupees is also a kind of relief and stimulus measure to the production linked incentive, and that would be proposing of 1.46 lakh crore of for over a 5 years. So certainly the first one is to boost the re-employment chances of the formal sector and to provide fertilizer subsidies to the farmers, which can be also taken up as an Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3.0. Now that is why I have said first 20 lakh crore of, and again second mini stimulus package was there, and then now we have the another third stimulus relief and relief measures which have been taken up is now the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3.0. So the third one is the measures which would be benefited is also to the production linked incentives, and the other measures which have been taken up by the government of India right from first, second and third economic stimulus package, which was pumped into the market, that is into the economic system, is the government says that, or the minister has claimed that the stimulus package is totally amounting to the 15% of the GDP, and the central government amongst this has given 9 or provided 9% of it, and the rest is from the RBI, and Nirmala Sitharaman has also made it very clear that the measures would be, economic stimulus measures would be applicable even to the research and development. So 900 crores of rupees would also be allocated to the research and development, which would be for the 2019 vaccine, to make sure that there is progress in the 2019 vaccine generation. And there is another boost also. It is in regards to the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So definitely now, as the employment in the rural sectors and also in the urban sectors have been badly hit because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation, and because of the national lockdown, the economic activity has been fallen drastically down and the business revival was not much. But after the economic stimulus package, and now the third point is that definitely now there is a spur in rural employment. So in regards to making sure that there is a growth in the rural employment, the government or the finance ministry has looked at providing 100 crores or else 10,000 crores of rupees for the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and also to the PM's Rural Road Scheme. So these are the areas or the measures which have been taken and identified. That is, the first one what we have looked at is to reboost the employment chances of formal sector, and then the second one is fertilizer subsidies to the farmers. Third one is the production linked incentive scheme, and the fourth one is research and development. Fifth is for the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, and the sixth one which the government would or the finance minister would wish to spur or increase the rural employment through PM's Rural Roads Scheme. And definitely along with the rural employment, the government or the finance ministry would also wish to boost the formal sector employment, and that is through the another measure, that is through the Atmanirbhar Rozgar Yojana. So the formal sector employment would be boosted, would be definitely increased, or the employment would be given a better position by Atmanirbhar Rozgar Yojana. And here the government will bear the entire employees provident fund contribution for 2 years, and all the new employees which have been hired between October 1st 2020 and June 2021 will definitely have firms with fewer 1000 employees. So here the point is the formal sector's employment would be given the Atmanirbhar Rozgar Yojana, and the government will bear the entire employees provident fund EPF contribution for 2 years, and the new employees who have been hired from October 1st to 2020 will be given fewer, who are less than 1000 employees, and the one which companies which are more than 1000 employees, the center will bear the half of the EPF contribution. And definitely the government or the finance ministry has come up with the definition of the what is the word called as new employees. So the new employees definitely will be included in the one who have also lost the job between March 1st and September 30. It is not only the one who have been got the job or been hired between October 1st 2020 and June 30 up till and June 30 2021, but the one who have been lost the jobs between March 1st and September 30 will also be included as the new employees. So here the keyword is new employee, wherein the government will focus and then provide the employees provident fund to the formal sector employees. And definitely the government is also focused on making sure that it would boost the urban housing and create jobs. So definitely urban housing and creating jobs, by that it is allocating 18,000 crores rupees by the PM Awas Yojana. By PM Awas Yojana, the government is boosting the urban housing and creating jobs. And not only that, the government, that is the central government, that is finance ministry, has also looked at the home buyers, that is for the developers and the home buyers. So it has provided income tax relief. Here how the measures to stimulate or to make sure that the GDP or the economy is surging is they have come up with tax relief, that is income tax relief to the developers and to the home buyers. And definitely this will make sure that the middle class people who are wanting to buy the houses in the housing sector, so that would be amended in regards to the income tax relief, and that will be amended to the section 43 of CA of Income Tax Act. So definitely by amending the section 43 of the Income Tax Act, there would be relief to the income tax to the developers and to the home buyers, so that there would be surge in the real estate sector. So definitely there is a point that the central government, the finance ministry, is looking at it. Various aspects of the sectors and various measures have been incorporated in the stimulus package to make sure that there is a boost to the economy. And not only that, the government also would come up with the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, and this will be extended to another 3 lakh crores to the micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME, to the MSMEs till March 31st 2021. And this definitely, there is another one which is in regards to the credit guarantee plan, and this credit guarantee plan is for the stressed sectors. That means the sectors which have been badly hit. It is not only just before, just during the national lockdown or during the period of the COVID-19 pandemic situation, or prior to that also the economic slowdown has taken place, and those sectors which have been badly impacted, those are called as the stressed sectors, and those stressed sectors would be helped by announcing a credit guarantee plan. As well as the stressed sectors include the healthcare. So who has identified these stressed sectors? It is the KV Kamath committee, which has identified 26 stressed sectors, and that is along with the healthcare. And the government would now go ahead with pumping in the one who are having a credit outstanding of above 50 crores to 500 crores. As on February 29, 2020, they can avail additional 20% credit for a period of 5 years. So definitely the stressed sectors also been identified and taken into consideration, which was a recommendation made by the KV Kamath committee on the stressed sectors. Please do understand, this is very important for prelims as well as mains examination, because KV Kamath committee has given recommendations, worked on the stressed sectors and given recommendation on the 26 stressed sectors. And as per the KV Kamath committee, the stressed sectors includes auto components, construction, gems and jewelry, hotel and restaurant, iron, and then steel, real estate and the textiles. All these sectors fall under the stressed sectors, wherein the finance ministry is now very clear that they would make sure that they would protect all these sectors, and the economic stimulus package will certainly make the business revival. Economic or the economy of the country would also surge now. So this information is very, very crucial, because it can be used as a mains short notes answer, wherein it is the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3.0. This is the keyword. So what is the economic stimulus package, in regards to what or how it has been helped? Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3.0, that is the third economic stimulus package by the finance ministry to the various sectors. We have looked at various sectors. I will just recap once. That is to the re-employment chances to the formal sectors, and then providing fertilizer subsidies to farmers, and then to the production linked incentives. These are the schemes taken up. And then the one is in regards to the research and development, and for the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, and through PM's rural road schemes, Atmanirbhar Rozgar Yojana. These are all the schemes wherein it has been identified, and the economic stimulus package will be pumped, and outlet will be additionally given to these schemes, wherein there would be economic activity and the economy of the country would surge. And also in regards to the PM Awas Yojana, and then for the developers and home buyers, and to the small, micro and small medium enterprises through the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, 10th one, and then also credit guarantee plan to the stressed sectors. So there are 11 different plans or the schemes which have been identified, and this includes the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3.0. So that is very, very crucial information for prelims as well as mains examination. Now we will look at the another news which says that India is making progress in regards to the vaccination coverage. So here this is not only just in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine, but the news what we are looking at the analyzing is in regards to the vaccination coverage itself. So there is a report which has been released, which is an annual report by the Pneumonia and Diarrhea Progress Report. So this is the report which you need to focus, and this report says that India is making progress in the vaccination coverage. So we will also focus at what are the different vaccines which have been covered in India. So it is the DPT vaccine, that is diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus vaccine, measles containing vaccine first dose, and then Haemophilus influenza type B, and then pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, that is PCV, and the rotavirus vaccine. So these are the vaccine wherein India has made progress in coverage of all these 4 vaccines. So definitely the report by the Pneumonia and Diarrhea Progress Report, which is released by the International Vaccine Access Center. So here the keywords you need to focus for the prelims point of view. The report is by the Pneumonia and Diarrhea Progress Report released by International Vaccine Access Center, and this makes it very clear that this 5 vaccination coverage has prevented child pneumonia and diarrhea deaths in India. Look at it, this is not really focusing in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine, but this is very important information and the data that how the vaccination coverage in India has made it very clear that the spike in the cases or the death, the morbidity and the mortality rate of the COVID-19 pandemic or the SARS-CoV-2 has been gradually very low compared to the global mortality and morbidity in regards to the COVID-19. So we need to understand what are the areas wherein India has done fairly better than the world countries in regards to vaccination coverage, how it has helped Indian citizens or the children's who were definitely having administered by various vaccines, and they were certainly protected by most of the morbidity and mortality through the SARS-CoV-2 virus, that is in regards to the COVID-19 pandemic situation. So this is an analysis which is for the mains examination, how the vaccination coverage of the five vaccines which have been covered very at a large pace, and then which India has made a progress, has helped many children and also the Indians from being succumbed to the COVID-19 pandemic. So that is what it has prevented child pneumonia and diarrhea deaths. And definitely this falling short, the world's health systems are falling short of ensuring children have access to this prevention and treatment services, but India has achieved the global target. This is very crucial information. Global target of 90% coverage of 3 of the 5 vaccines. So we have looked at the 5 vaccines here. Out of the 5 vaccines, India has globally covered 90%, the 3 vaccines out of 5. And this is how we have prevented child pneumonia and diarrhea deaths in India, and thereby comorbidity in the children's or in the entire population of India has comparatively been lower than the world comorbidity. So here the another keyword is comorbidity, because if you are having comorbidity, that means various other illness earlier to SARS-CoV-2, there is high chances of you being infected by virus, that is the individual, or being succumbed to COVID-19 pandemic situation. So out of 5 vaccines, India has administered 90%, the 3 vaccines coverage, and this is as per the report of Pneumonia and Diarrhea Progress Report released by International Vaccine Access Center. And in the year 2019 itself, India has completed an agenda called as 100-day agenda. This is another keyword which you need to focus in regards to the India which has completed in administering the vaccines. And this is the national scale up of rotavirus vaccine. So 100-day agenda is for the rotavirus vaccine, and this report has tracked by analyzing various indicators how India has done fairly better. Out of the 3 vaccines have been administered 90%. is through making sure that they were the latest data in regards to delivering key intervention, that is in regards to the breastfeeding, immunization, care seeking and antibiotics, oral rehydration solution, that is ORS, and zinc supplementation, and all these have shown to prevent pneumonia and diarrhea deaths. So definitely all these are the one which has made it very clear India has done a progress in the vaccination. And definitely now the pneumonia and diarrhea progress report has also stated that although there is a progress in India in 2019, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation in the year 2020, there is a little bit of disruption. There is a little bit of disruption in the routine healthcare system or healthcare services like immunization and access to medical oxygen. So even though we have done fairly better in trying to administer 5 out of the 6 vaccination, which is 90% globally, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation, there has been disruption in regards to the routine health services. What are the health services? That is in regards to the immunization and access to the medical oxygen. So this is very crucial information for prelims as well as mains examination. That is, we need to focus about the report of pneumonia and diarrhea progress report released by International Vaccine Access Center, and the 5 vaccines are DPT, and then measles containing vaccine, Haemophilus influenza type B, pneumococcal conjugate vaccine PCV, and then rotavirus vaccine. These are the 5 vaccines which are administered in India, and out of that 3 are globally. India has achieved 90% coverage. So this is a crucial information to you all for prelims as well as mains examination. And Madhu has joined. A warm welcome to you, Madhu. And there is another news which talks about wherein our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has addressed the 17th ASEAN India Virtual Summit. Here it is, 17th ASEAN India Virtual Summit, and he has addressed that both India and ASEAN countries would explore ways to increase trade between India and the ASEAN 10 countries, even though India has walked out of RCEP, that is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. Last year we have walked out. That is a trade. That RCEP is a free trade agreement. RCEP is a free trade agreement, and India has walked out of the, or it has been exited out of the free trade agreement, that is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. But our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made it very clear that in spite of, or else despite of India walking out of RCEP last year, India still have, or it is exploring ways to increase trade between India and ASEAN countries. So definitely it is, India is looking at ASEAN. Look East policy. India is definitely looking at Look East and Act East policy. Act East policy. It is not only looking at but acting also. Not only just looking but acting at the East policy and neighborhood first policy. Along with this, part of it is neighborhood first policy. Definitely it is in regards to trade, and then India is expected to sign the RCEP, that is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, on November 15th, which wherein the RCEP will now have China. If we sign, it will be China, Australia, South Korea, Japan, and then 10 ASEAN countries along with India. So it is China, Australia, South Korea, Japan, and then ASEAN countries plus India. So it is 15 countries. And Mr. Modi has also called for early review of AITGA. So this is a keyword again which you can certainly use it as a key phrase in your short notes in regards to while you are talking about ASEAN regional grouping. So India and ASEAN, then you can use this, that is ASEAN India Trade in Goods Agreement, and this emphasizes or underscores the importance of diversification and resilience of supply chains. So there was a hit in regards to the global supply chain system. So to diversify and then to have a resilience of the supply chains post COVID-19 economic recovery, India and ASEAN countries are getting into the mode of trade in goods agreement for the resilience of supply chains. That is very crucial. And Modi has also highlighted in Indo-Pacific policy, which is an area of convergence for ASEAN and India. So when we are talking about India and ASEAN, you can use the AITGA and then Indo-Pacific policy and then RCEP also. And all countries now have stressed the need for rules-based order. That is, in regards to the Indo-Pacific policy, it should be a rules-based order, that the way the China is trying to exert its dominance in South China Sea. For that, the counter is that we need to, all the countries in the region, that is Indo-Pacific region, there should be a rule-based order that is adhering to the international law, that is adhering to the UNCLOS, that is United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea. I repeat, the international law should be a rule-based one as per the international law, and everybody should uphold or adhere to the international law. So which is the law in regards to the Indo-Pacific or to the waters or the sea? That is United Nations Convention Law of the Sea. And the leaders have also affirmed the importance of maintaining and promoting peace, stability, safety and security in the South China Sea, of maintaining the international law of the United Nations Convention Law of the Sea is of freedom of navigation. So freedom of navigation is through the United Nations Convention Law of the Sea, and definitely not only navigation but freedom of overflight over the region, which is as per the law of the United Nations Convention Law of the Sea. Again, here we have looked at the keywords, that is in regards to the diversification and resilience of supply chains, ASEAN India Trade in Goods Agreement, and then Indo-Pacific policy, rules based United Nations Convention Law of the Sea, and then freedom of navigation and overflight. These are all the keywords which have to be mentioned, in your answer, so that it looks very impressive and you will score higher marks. And the other keyword is RCEP, that is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, and the 17th ASEAN India Virtual Summit. And the other one is China now begins work on rail line up to Arunachal Pradesh. So China has come up with the rail lineup, and this work which has been begun is a strategically significant railway line to China. It is a strategically significant railway line to China, which it is now getting into the mode of working on it, and that will definitely be very close, and it will be very close to Arunachal Pradesh, that is border of India, and definitely that is Tibet, Lhasa. So it is a kind of strategically important railway line to China, and this is the second major rail link, and this is the keyword which is again useful for the prelims perspective, because this line is the second one that will link Sichuan province with Nyangchi, which is in Tibet, which lies very close to the border of India, that is to Arunachal Pradesh. And that is why this is very important, that we need to focus how China is trying to go ahead with infrastructure development, connectivity from Sichuan province to Nyingchi, that is in Tibet. From Nyingchi to further to Lhasa, it will have connectivity, and it is 1011 kilometers railway line which will be connecting from Yan to Nyingchi. Yan from in the Chengdu province or Xizang province, Chengdu to that is Yan is very close to Chengdu, and Chengdu, Yan, and then Nyangchi. From Nyangchi it will be to the Lhasa. I will show you the map. And this will be formally launched in the second week of November 2020, this week, and they are definitely wishing to finish it or complete it by 2030, that is in a span of 10 years. And this entire from Chengdu to Lhasa, which it has 523 meters long bridge across Yarlung Sangbo River, that is Yarlung Sangbo River, which in India we call it as Brahmaputra, and the same Brahmaputra river in Tibet is called as Yarlung Sangpo River. So this is again for the better prelims understanding, and this bridge is been constructed at a height of 3,350 meters. This information is crucial for prelims UPSC perspective, that is linking of the railway line, the stretch of the kilometer from Yan to Nyangchi, or from Chengdu to again Lhasa, it will be increased, and there is 523 meter long bridge across the Yarlung Sangpo River, not on Brahmaputra, it is in Tibet, so therefore it is called as, or it is the name of the river is Yarlung Sangpo, at a height of 3,350 meters. And Xi Jinping, that is the president of China, has definitely made it officially giving the instruction to go ahead with constructing the railway line project as a major step in safeguarding national unity. So there the point which the country of the Xi Jinping is making it is he is going ahead with the constructing the railway line from Jiaxing province to Lhasa in regards to safeguarding the national unity and also in protecting the economic and social development in the western region. So the three areas are, the three reasons what we can look at why the Xi Jinping or China is going ahead with the project, that is the railway line project very close to Arunachal Pradesh, is to safeguard the national unity and to promote economic and social development in the western region of China. And the importance of the project is a twofold importance, that is it will link the Qinghai Tibet railway line which has started in the year 2006. That is why we have said now the railway line which is from the Jiaxing province to the Yangtze or Yan to Nyangchi is the second one, and the first one is from the Qinghai to Tibet railway line which has started in the year 2006, which connects Lhasa to the hinterlands, that is western region of China. And now this railway line from the Yan to Nyangchi in Tibet will be the second such route linking Tibet autonomous region to hinterlands of China, that is western region of China. And this is from up to Nyangchi, which is very close to Lhasa, that will be linking Nyangchi, this Nyangchi which is close to Lhasa, and the railway line will be linked or will be connecting Lhasa and Chengdu, which Chengdu is the provincial capital of or the capital of province Xizang. So Xizang is the province and the capital of the province Xizang is Chengdu. So you will have the Chengdu to Lhasa. So Tibet capital Lhasa, Tibet to Xizang province, or Lhasa to Chengdu. This is very important. How the China is going ahead with its mode of getting into the action of safeguarding the national unity, promoting economic and social development, part of definitely having the link from Lhasa to Chengdu. And this, not only that, it will also provide a scenario whenever there is a crisis scenario, the railway line can act as a fast track. The railway line can act as a fast track for the delivery of strategic materials whenever there is a crisis in China or in the eastern or hinterland or western region of China or the hinterland of China and to the Tibet autonomous region. Whenever there is a crisis, this railway line will act as a fast track for the delivery of strategic materials, and it is also a great significance as we discussed for the national unity, and it will also consolidate the border stability. So certainly it is in regards to having a better border stability is the main consolidation of China in coming up with the second railway connectivity. And M. Ramesh have joined. A warm welcome to you, Ramesh. So this is all about China, which is certainly trying to launch the second major rail link to Tibet from Xinjiang province, Chengdu to Lhasa in second week of November 2020 and be completed by 2030. So now this is Chengdu and this is Yan. From Yan it is in to Nyangchi, but the railway line from will be from what we have discussed is 1100 kilometers is here, and from Chengdu to Lhasa, that is of autonomous region of Tibet. And then you have this is the western region of China, that is hinterland of China connecting to the autonomous Tibet autonomous region. So definitely this is very close to Arunachal Pradesh, and this is the major concern now. But China is coming up with saying that it is wanting to have the stability or the border stability with this railway line. And now we will recapitulate the DNA. Here we have looked at the economic stimulus package, how it will be helping various sectors, and this is in regards to the economy point of view, focusing on Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0. Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0, and this is in regards to the 5 vaccination coverage, and out of 5, 3 India has covered 90%, 3 vaccines 90%, and this is in regards to the India and ASEAN trade. So this is in regards to the economy point of view, and then we have also looked at the RCEP. There is a possibility that India would sign in the month of November the RCEP also, which India has walked out last year because various issues were not being addressed by the RCEP countries. That is why India has walked out, and now there is a possibility that the RCEP countries minus India, which has been walked out, are in a position to accept the India's concerns. So there is a possibility that India would sign the RCEP agreement, and this is again in regards to the internal security, how the railway line or rail line would be a concern to India because it is very close to Arunachal Pradesh, border of Arunachal Pradesh. So internal security, again GS paper 3, this is the focus, and this is how you need to make sure that you link various issues so that you will have a better understanding from prelims and then mains perspective, which you will have a thorough or perfect of macro and micro level strategy. And I hope this session was very informative, knowledgeable one, and I would say a very big thank you to you all and a good luck to you all. And then I would say do maintain consistency, stick to your schedule, and then take care of your physical health and mental health also throughout your preparation. And do like the video, share the video, and subscribe the AKS IAS English Medium YouTube channel for daily news analysis. I am re-emphasize, please do subscribe, and please do let your friends to subscribe the English Medium AKS IAS YouTube channel for the daily news analysis in English medium, and do visit AKS IAS Academy website and also subscribe the Telegram link of AKS, that is Advanced Knowledge System. And then see you tomorrow again at 7:30 AM for the daily news analysis, tomorrow at 7:30 AM. And I would also say a very big thank you to all, and then make sure that you are in the process of the preparation. not losing the momentum. See you tomorrow at 7:30 am. Thank you very much.